Hey everyone, welcome back to the Soundbite. My name is Andrew, and today we're going to be jumping back into the warning. I'm trying to do a makeup video for the last one. I know there was a lot of issues with the syncing and the quality and stuff like that, and there were a few comments about it. So I thought, okay, let's kind of do the Warning Army a bit of justice and kind of redo the video, but with a different live footage. This one we're going to be jumping into is Evolve live at 2023 MTV VMAs. So I'm got to gonna be another video reaction as well. So it's a live performance. So yeah, again, like I said, apologies for the mess up on the last one. I know it was the sort of my first one of the actual live performance video of the band, The Warning. So I do apologize for that. So this time I've got everything sorted. To be fair, the last time there was issues with my computer and it kind of crashed around that time just afterwards, and it sort of messed up a lot of different things. So this time everything's all sorted. I've tested everything. Everything's all good to go. Um, the video things I haven't really been sort of focusing on too much on the channel because I wanted to focus on the music, but obviously live performances are a little different, and everyone seems to be wanting me to react to the Warnings live performances more than their studio recordings. I will do this one for now, but I do want to check out the studio recordings for some of the at least the next couple of reactions for The Warning. Just because I just feel that the video stuff kind of distracts you away from the music, you know, and I understand the live performances are not that much of a distraction, but it's just, you know, there's something to it that I want to just focus completely on just the music. So especially for the first time listening to a song, I don't want to be necessarily checking out all this stuff on live performances, even though they sound fantastic. And in all honesty, it sounds just as good as a live, like a studio recording. So they obviously have a very tight performance. So I'd love to sort of match that up with like a studio recording just to see the comparisons between the two. Because I have, you know, come across bands before where I've actually checked out the studio recordings and felt like they were better live. So, and I'm assuming this is why a lot of people seem to be wanting me to check out the live performances because they seem to be a better live band. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll sort of see it differently if I check out the studio recordings, but we'll find out. Anyway, let's get straight into this. This is the makeup video for the last one. So, and hopefully from now on, it'll be all much better. This is The Warning, Evolve live at 2023 MTV VMAs. So let's get into this right now. A little bit of energy in this one. Orange cat. I'll get into that a bit more in a minute. That's a cool riff. Right, I'm going to pause it right there because there's actually another short song as well. I guess if they do a lot of shorter songs, I suppose. But like a couple of quick mentions, a lot of energy in this song compared to the last one, Choke. This one, I mean, obviously Choke was a great song as well, but this one's got a lot of sort of almost a punky edge to it a little bit. It's definitely got that sort of Billy Idol sort of influence, I kind of feel. I don't know if that's one of their influences again as well, but it's definitely got a lot of energy to this song. Great groove, got a bit of pace to it. I did note the orange cabs there, and that's traditionally known to be used by a lot of bands who are kind of in the stoner rock kind of world. So it's interesting that they've kind of the spotted here using it. Whether that's just for show or whatever, I don't know. You know, who knows if you know what sort of gear they use. I'm not a gearhead or anything like that, but it's one of those sort of cabs that I've kind of known kind of seen that there's a lot of stoner rock sort of bands use. It's sort of predominantly widely used by them for some reason. I guess it's got that sort of fuzzy sort of sound to it or something, which you know, that sort of makes sense, I guess. You know, they kind of have a little bit of that sort of warm, fuzzy sort of groove to it in the sound anyway. Yeah, and the performances are, you know, they're again animated and theatrical. You know, this is the kind of band I can see why people love to see them live, watch performances of them, you know, especially with the live videos and stuff. Because a lot of these videos that I've noticed that seems to be on their actual official channel. Generally speaking, this kind of stuff generally sits on other channels. Like this is from the MTV Video Music Awards, and usually that would be on like, you know, the MTV channel or something like that. And this is on the official band's channel. So do they put all their live performances and all that stuff on their channel, or do they just have some sort of deal where they need to have all this stuff on, you know, on the channel? Let me know. I need to check out their entire video channel to see what the deal is with that. But yeah, it's great so far, and I just love the energy. It's definitely a different song to the last one, Choke. Because the drummer's already talking to the crowd. You don't see that very often. So I'll get into it in a minute. Nice breakdown here. Wow. Yeah, let me just pause it right before the end of the video here. That was fantastic. It was a huge breakdown. Double kicks in there. Maybe there's a little bit of metal thing going on there for sure. I mean, I know people have commented that some people have kind of looked at them as a bit of a sort of metal-esque sort of band, and there's definitely some influences in. I mean, that makes sense. You know, the first video that I saw obviously was Metallica, so it would make sense that they would have some sort of metal influence in their music. But it's still kind of sort of surprised me because it hasn't been the kind of vibe that I've been getting from them so far. It's been more of a sort of hard rock sort of kind of vibe. But yeah, that was fantastic. The drummer was talking to the crowd. They sort of went into this breakdown. It was a hell of a groove. There was a cool riff in there. Again, the riffs that they're coming up with is just amazing. That's kind of been one of the standouts for me. Is like there's these moments in some of the songs so far where they got this cool little riff, these moments, you know, where it kind of just catches your attention, you know, especially if you're a riff person, because I'm definitely a riff person. That's kind of the basis for a lot of my taste in music. And you know, and you hear a song, you know, and it might be like a 3 or 4 or 5 minute song or whatever, and it'll be cool all the way through. It'll be like a good song, you like it. But every once in a while, there's like those moments in the song where it's like there's that bit, that one you want to get back to all the time, and you kind of go on repeat mode, I guess. And that was one of those moments. I kind of feel that that riff was like, where did that come from? Because I noticed that even in the last song in Choke, there was that riff that I I'd have to re-listen to it again, but I can sort of see like just those there was the pivotal sort of moment of like, okay, there's something there, you know what I mean? So I can definitely see why everyone is super into it. I totally get it. So it's been amazing so far. Okay, there we go. There's The Warning with Evolve live on the 2023 MTV Video Music Awards. It's a bit of a handful to say. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, that's my best been my favorite so far. Granted, there's only been a couple so far, but that's been my favorite. Definitely a lot of high energy. Like I said, initially, I was getting that sort of Billy Idol sort of like there's a video, I forget which is the name of the song now, where he kind of like the camera sort of pans around and he's sort of like, you know, singing to the camera, and whatever reason, just that moment and the sort of music behind it was sort of reminding me of that a little bit. But I'm sure there was a lot of other influences in there as well that the band have, which I, you know, will eventually get to and sort of start to see as it all sort of unravels a bit. But I want to mention that this was suggested by a lot of people, but W Chazza 67 was the person that sort of kick-started it all, so I'll give them a shout out. But there's so many people that have been suggesting this track, this video. There's a lot to get through, really. I'm, you know, going to be sort of taking my time to sort of comb through it all. But thank you everyone for the suggestion. This is going to be an interesting ride to sort of like get into more and more of their stuff. You know, I can keep sort of unwrapping more gems like this. Then it's going to be a really cool journey to sort of get into their stuff. I'll need to sort of do a deep. I'm trying to avoid getting into too much information about the band at the moment because I'm kind of want to just you know, for first time reactions or whatever, I kind of want to just go into it blinded, and kind of you know, get a bit of a true sort of response to it, I guess, you know, without knowing too much. But at some point, I will have to kind of know a bit more about the band, you know, how many albums I've got and this and that. And I've been reading all the comments and stuff like that, but a lot of it kind of, I'm sort of taking it in and then it's hard for me to retain that information because it's been so much. I mean, it's amazing how many people have sort of caught on to these videos that I've done so far, just from all these fans of The Warning. I know I was warned at the beginning, and you know, but didn't expect it to be this much. So thank you to all for all the support and for all the suggestions. Keep them coming. Keep all the comments and all that stuff. And hopefully this video will make up for the last one. Hopefully it's a much better one, and it'll continue on as I get into the band more and more. Like I said, though, not all of them is going to be video stuff. So I do want to get into the studio recordings and kind of get into that, really focus on the music. I kind of feel like if I listen to this song in the, you know, the album version or whatever, that I would have maybe responded a little bit differently, I guess, to some extent, because I was kind of watching them and kind of seeing some of the theatrics and stuff, which is fun. But again, I kind of don't want to take too much away from the song itself. So I'm had to sort of go back and forth kind of thing. So you know, I don't want to be uh, doing sort of too many things all at once while I'm sort of you know, giving a bit of a review of the band and the song, you know. So anyway, thanks again for tuning in as always. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. You're really helping the channel out so much. Please check us out on our social media. All the links are in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.